One day I'm sitting home there and things is bad and everything. No money, no nothing, you know. So I said, Ma, I said, I think I'm going to go to Toronto. So poor Ma trying to discourage me, eh? So she says, Aggie dear, what in the name of God you want to go up there for, child? She said, I don't like that idea at all. She said, people up there, they're not the same as us down here, and I don't think it's a good thing you should do that. So anyway, I let it go for a little while, but it was on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. So then once she found out, you know, that I was serious about it and everything, well, she knew, you know, that I was going to go and everything. So poor Ma, she started with her don't do list, you know. Now, Aggie dear, when you get up to Toronto, she said, they're not like us up there. She said, they're you know, like, all we ever heard about Toronto down home was armed robberies and murders and stealing and, oh, God, it was like, you know, nobody went to church, everything was wrong with Toronto. So anyway, I said, no, Mom, I'm going. I said, you know, like, I get a job up there and I'll do all right. I'll send you home money and all. Nobody was going to be in want no more. Once I hit Toronto, I was going to send me money home. Everybody was going to be, you know, from rags to riches, overnight success. So anyway, and everybody to poor Ma was a psychopath, you know. So anyways, I got to Toronto. So I looked in the paper, and it was like late November, and there was ads everywhere in the paper for Christmas help and everything. So it was Simpsons that had the big ad in the paper immediately, you know, wanted, and all these people for the store and everything. So I thought to myself, make tracks for down there, I get a job, you know. So had not even any clothes to wear, really. I borrowed clothes, and me right short, and I had my niece's suit on, and it was all rolled up at the waist, and it was tied up with rope, and I had real fancy shoes on, but they were too big, so I had them stuffed in the front with newspapers, and I went trotting off. I thought, Miss America, you know, I'm gone for the job. So makes me way. Finally, I found Simpsons and everything. So asking, you know, like, where do you go to get a job in Simpsons? And everybody keeps telling me. So I'm in this room, and a big lineup. Everybody same as me, looking for a job. So then, by and by, the line is moving right slow, and by and by, this woman comes out, and she just goes along the line. You, and come with me. But I was one of the yous. So she took us in the room. She said, well, obviously, you're here for a job, you know, and you got one. Pick me right out of the line. Looks right smart or something. So we're there, and okay, we get hired. So then they tell us, like, usually they have, oh yeah, first I got to tell you that, like I say, I'm back in 1963. So there's no malls then, no malls nowhere. Everybody is shopping downtown. And so when we went and got hired and that, they said, like, as a rule, you go to the training center for 3 days or a week or something. But they were so short-staffed and everything the day I was there, they said, well, we'll just give you this crash course and we'll take you to the department. So we're sitting at this desk, and there's a big blackboard, and they're talking about north and south and east and west, and all Greek to me. I don't know what's that. So how important it is to approach a customer, and how you should speak to the customers, and the customer's always right, and everything was the customer. So I thought, well, you know, I'll catch on to that. I'll just go along as far as I can, you know, on my own common sense and everything. So, and then you were supposed to like I guess for insurance purposes or something, have a medical. So I thought, I'll know what to do when the time comes. You know, I'll watch everybody else. So we had this crash course in the morning, how to speak to people and all that. So then we were taken to our department, and I was taken to the baby counter. So that's all I knew. I worked at the baby counter, and they told us as you were processed or whatever, and the time became available, you'd have to go for the medical in the building, of course, you know. So I was taken to the baby counter, and my God, I wasn't there no time when I told to go for the medical. Well, go to the 5th floor, north, south corner, whatever in the hell it was, and I didn't want to tell them that I didn't know how to follow directions like that because I needed the job too bad, see? So anyway, I thought, oh, I'll get there. Well, I got up there all right, asking and everything, but you know them moving stairs, escalators and all that, oh my God, I was hopping on and off of them and all that, and I get up there, that was all right, but now trying to find my way back. No, sir, not on your life. But where I thought the place ended, the escalator or something, but then you had to go all the way around to another side. But I didn't know that I was working in the bargain basement, see? So, anyway, it was thousands of people in the store, and me right short, and everybody's taller than me, and I don't know, I can't see, so I'm just scuffing along with everybody else and everything, and looking and gawking and gaping, and I spied all the baby clothes. So I said, oh, thank God I'm back where I should be. Oh, thank you, God, I found the place at long last. So I'm there, and like I say, them days there was no computer cash registers. I wasn't on the cash anyway because I wasn't trained for it. I was only, I don't know what you call it, like floor help. People come up and ask the sales clerk to find you stuff. Well, that's what I was doing, see? So I don't know if it was because there was so many people shopping, and or it was Christmas rush, or they were used to people coming in part-time and Christmas help, but like I didn't know. I was over in Eaton's, and I didn't know it, and nobody questioned me. Nobody said nothing. But anyway, I sees this man looking at me. Well, now I know he must have been a store detective or something. So I saw him looking at me, see, and I didn't know I was in the wrong store. So right off the bat, poor Ma come me mind. And that guy is sizing me up. He's a psychopath, just like Ma said. He's gonna. He got me marked. He's gonna kill me for sure. Because Mom was after telling me, Aggie dear, don't you tap the strangers up there because they're not like us. And whatever you do, don't be inviting people home for tea. So this was all ringing in me head and everything. So he was watching me because I suppose he must have thought I was stealing or something. And I was watching him because I thought he was a killer. So, I got kind of rattled and that, and I thought to myself, well, I wouldn't scream now because I don't want to make a fool out of myself. But I had all these ideas in my head, and I was looking around for stuff, and I thought, well, I'll scream, no, I'll screech, no, I better not do that. I'll look for something heavy, and if he comes over, I'll give it to him in the head. I'll knock him out, you know, and oh, God, I was going to do hell and all to him. So anyway, he was like a cat and mouse game. He was watching me. I was tidying up the counter, and I was watching him. So finally, he made the move. And when I saw him coming over towards me, oh, my knees was gone from underneath me, you know. So he come over and he says, young lady, he said, do you know where you were? So I said, do I know where I'm at? I suppose I do. So he says, now had this tag on me that said Simpson, see? And like I said, I was in Eaton's, but I didn't know. So he said to me, he says, come with me. He said, you're in the wrong store. So I thought he was trying to lure me away. So I said to him, get out of here, boy. I said, I'm not going with you. I'm not in the wrong store. He said, you are. He said, you must have come through the tunnel. Well, I thought, he's not going to fool me. A tunnel to me was a cave, like down home in the mines, in the pits, dark and all that. Well, I knew I didn't go outside, and I sure as hell never went through no tunnel that I thought was a tunnel, so I wouldn't go with him, see? And he was trying to lure me away, and I wouldn't go. Well, I was just at the stage where I was going to start screeching, so I was thinking to myself, keep cool, let him go on, and just make out that you're going to go with him, and when you get your chance, jump him, or get somebody to help you. So I thought, I was real cool, so I said, okay, bye, I'll go with you. So he starts going back, and I thought, well, I was making sure I was a few paces behind him and everything, and I was ready with all my action, what I was going to do. The poor bugger, I was going to kill him. So then when he got to, there is doors, there was glass doors, but they were all open, and Simpsons and Eaton's hooked up together, and he said, this is where you went wrong. He said, this is Eaton's and this is Simpson's. Well then, once it was pointed out to me, like point blank, that, well then I knew I was wrong, because I knew that I didn't know anything anyway to begin with. So then I thanked him. I said, oh my God almighty. I said, thanks a lot, boy. I said, for taking me back. I said, look, well, I said, seeing you went this far, take me to the baby counter before they knows I'm gone. So, okay, he said, I said, drop me off there, for God's sake. So he walks me over, and he leaves me where I should be, and I'm all there 2 or 3 seconds, and over comes the supervisor. Where were you? Where have you been? So I said, well, I was called, I said, for a medical. I know that, she said, that was over 2 hours ago. She said, there's been a half a dozen up and back since then. We called up, and they said you left long ago. Well then, I didn't know what to dream up right on the spot. And I knew, like they say down home, cut red-handed, right? So I said to her, look, I gotta own up. I said, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what ends up. But, oh my God, I know what it was, a week or 2 weeks or whatever. But I couldn't do nothing right. Not in a fit, I couldn't do nothing right. When I got my first pay, I said, the hell with this, and I beeline her for home. Oh, my nerves.